Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reel Me In, a movie podcast, where you didn't really ask for it, but hey, I'm going to give it to you anyways. This is a podcast where I talk about anything, everything, and, well, anything about movies. I'm your host, Chase Lee, and let's get this show started, shall we? How you guys doing today? You guys doing pretty good? You guys doing well? I haven't seen you guys in an entire week. I know, it's been a while. I don't know what you guys are up to. So this episode, I'm going to talk about found footage movies and where I see them going in the industry. I'm going to give you my thoughts on As Above, So Below, because I saw that last week. And some movie news, trailers, and box office results for the weekend, just like normal, guys. So let's get this started. Let's start with some trailers that came out. The one I have to talk about. This film was, I think it was done by last year. I think it finished production, post-production, everything last year, and it was supposed to be in contention for the Oscars for the one that came on this past year for last year's movies, and that's Foxcatcher, excuse me. And so they released 2 teaser trailers, both of which are amazing. And I know for a fact Steve Carell is probably going to get a nomination for it. And Tatum might as well. They both look excellent in this movie. So another teaser dropped this week, and there was a third teaser. And holy crap, I want to see this movie even more than the first 2 trailers that I saw. I've been wanting to see this movie since last year. But each trailer that has come out, it's basically like that guy that comes into the party saying, yo, I'm going to fuck your shit up. And by that, I mean it's going to go into the Oscars going, Steve Carell has got a great shot of winning Best Actor. He just looks so good in this movie, and he looks so transformed, and it's not even him. That's what's great about it. It doesn't even look like him, doesn't even sound like him. He completely embraced all the mannerisms and just the way he talks and the way he moves and the way he looks, and every single trailer that comes out for this movie just looks awesome. I cannot wait for it. Foxcatcher, guys, November 14th. Oh man, am I looking forward to it. Holy shit, this thing is going to be a contender for the Oscars, I can tell you that right now. So the next trailer that came out is the new Horns trailer, starring Daniel Radcliffe, and he basically plays a guy who starts developing horns, and people start telling him the truth and stuff. It's, I will say this, the first trailer that came out for it, I was actually into. It looked bizarre, it looked weird, it looked like a 1970s horror flick that you find at your local grindhouse theater with a dead hooker in the back of your car. It just looked that dirty. But I love it, though. I love the first trailer. This trailer... It shows the dark side, my friends. It basically shows Daniel Radcliffe is opening up his little Harry Potter heart, and he's just like, hey guys, there's some deep dark shit in there. Alright, I'm about to unleash it. He looks pretty good in this. Because I'm not gonna lie, The Woman in Black, the very first thing he did after Potter, wasn't a fan of. I thought it looked good, but in terms of just overall enjoyment, entertainment, story, and all that stuff, I didn't really care for it. But this one looks like the first one that he could separate himself from the Harry Potter role. Because unfortunately he's going to be typecasted for a long time in that role. Nothing you can do about it. It's not his fault. He just needs to slowly start breaking away from it. And I think with this type of movie, doing something so different, it's such a 180 for him, that I think that he'll be able to kind of convince some people that he can break away from Potter and you can see him as this different character. Unfortunately for The Woman in Black, that's all I saw was Harry Potter in the Victorian era, not fighting the demons with his magic from Hogwarts. It was, I don't know, I don't remember that movie. The Woman in Black. I think he fought off the ghost with a lantern. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so the new Horns trailer looks awesome. I cannot wait to see what Daniel does in his future, because I want to see him succeed. Emma Watson, she's doing fantastic. The Perks of Being a Wallflower, she was in Noah. She's been in a couple others, but I I haven't seen them, but she's starting to break away from the Hermione role. And I every movie that I watch with her in it, I don't see Hermione anymore. I see Emma Watson. Too bad for Rupert Grint, the guy that played Ronald Weasley the third, Junior second. He is. I mean, it's sad to say, but I'm looking out my window right now, and I think he's asking for change by the bus stop. I don't know. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. He might be peddling like an ice cream cart. Yeah, I would expect that's what he was doing after Harry Potter, because he doesn't act in any roles anymore. So Rupert Grint peddles around a ice cream stand in Dallas, Texas. So yeah, Horns looks awesome. Cannot wait for it. I want to see Daniel Radcliffe break away from Harry Potter. All right, the next one I want to talk about is Rosewater, and this is the movie that Jon Stewart directed. He took a leave of absence from The Daily Show for, God, what was it, like 3 months or 6 months? I don't know. It was a long time. And he did this movie. And basically it has to deal with like war and, the Middle East and stuff. And you just got to watch the trailer because it's some pretty powerful stuff. And it's really weird because like Jon Stewart's a smart dude. But I've, like, coming from The Daily Show, like, doing this is such a vast departure from what he does. Not really. I mean, he does satire news, and this is, like, what's going on in the news today. I just don't know how people are going to react to it, because, we had that beheading, a couple weeks ago, and, terrorism it's been pretty, relevant the past couple weeks, like, even more so, and I don't know how this movie's going to do. I don't know how people are going to take it, but it looks good. It looks like Jon Stewart really knows story and knows how to set up shots and knows how to direct actors just from a trailer. Like, it looked like he did a good job, and I want to see it. I want to see what Jon Stewart does as a director, and hopefully that leave of absence from The Daily Show was a good thing. But Rosewater, it looks good. Watch the trailer. Deals with the Middle East and like basically what's going on right now in movie form. So I enjoyed it. So the fourth trailer to drop this week, oh dear God, it is called The Pyramid. Okay, so basically it's about a pyramid, and a group of explorers go in there, and they find some deep dark secret, and it's just kind of like wham boom bam wham bam boom, and then stuff happens, and then like a creature appears out from the buttholes of the pyramid, and it's just like, here, I'm coming to get you, and then it snatches the people, and then there's your. That's what that movie is. It's basically like every other horror movie. It's just set in a fucking pyramid now. So I mean, it looks dumb. The trailer starts out with the voice, like the voiceover voice from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailers and like the beginning of the movies and stuff. And I was like, really? Like, seriously, producers of The Pyramid, do you really think adding that voice is going to make your film scarier? No, it's not. It's going to look cheesy as shit because it worked well for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it was set in the 70s. Your movie's set in modern time with a pyramid with that voiceover. It doesn't fit. It doesn't click. Stop trying to be cool. Stop trying to be, we're going to be the next thing to terrify teenagers. No, you're not. You're going to be the next thing to terrify their wallets because you stole their money. It's The Pyramid. Like, seriously, the trailer ends on a shot of, like, some woman getting dragged by some black alien lagoon creature. And I'm just like, that's probably the end of the movie. That's probably the final shot. Because Quarantine did the exact same thing. They put the ending shot of their trailer as the ending shot of their movie. What? You stop that. You stop that. Seriously, if that is the last shot of the movie, whoever's putting these trailers together needs to like have a stern talk and just be like, listen, you done fucked up twice now, okay? Stop. Just stop what you're doing. I seriously don't know who approves these trailers to put the last freaking shot in the trailer that's in the movie. Just stop it. So the Pyramid's coming out. That's nice. All right, so let's move on to some movie news that I gathered for the week. I picked out 3 of them. I thought these were the most newsworthy, I guess. Everything else was just kind of minor. So let's start with Ron Howard and Tom Hanks. They are coming back. Ron Howard is going to act and Tom Hanks is going to direct. I just lied to you. Ron Howard's going to direct and Tom Hanks is going to reprise his role as, what's his name, Robert Langdon? La, 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 la. I forgot. His character in the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons. They're going to come back and they're going to do Dan Brown's third movie to adaptation, Inferno. I didn't read Inferno, so I guess this is cool news. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Like, I thought Da Vinci Code was cool. I thought it was a nice little, thriller, and it was entertaining. Angels and Demons I did not care for at all. This one, I mean, if the trailer looks good, I'll be up for it. But I want to know, like, if you guys have read Inferno, or if you guys even like the first Da Vinci Code and, like, the Angels and Demons. Like, I thought Da Vinci Code was cool. It was a nice little thriller. It was entertaining, but Angels and Demons I did not care for at all. So, cool. I mean, they're coming back for Inferno. I mean, it's good that they're getting the same director and the same actor. At least they're not switching that shit up. Can you imagine if, like, they switched out Tom Hanks with, like, Pauly Shore or something? Oh, wow! What is this over here in this church? Bizzo! Yeah! Whoa, I was relevant in 1992. So, I mean, like, it's nice that, like I said, they're getting the same people back, so hopefully it's good. I mean, the first 2 made a shit ton of money, especially worldwide, so I don't blame them for making the third one, so yeah, we'll have to see what it's like when it comes out. So the second piece of news is that DC Comics, aka Warner Brothers, probably said this. They aren't going to allow any jokes to be on any of their movies. Okay. Listen, I understand, like, I don't know, like, what the context is. I don't know if it means no jokes in their scripts or no jokes on set. I don't know what to think about this. It's almost like, Warner Brothers is trying so hard to be different from Marvel. They're just like, listen, they're a fun popcorn throw in your face brand, and then, like, we're the brand that, like, so brooding and serious and stuff. Okay, let me just stop you right there. All of your people, besides Batman and maybe Green Arrow and stuff, all of them are fucking superheroes, okay? They have powers. They have shit going on. I mean, hell, Superman's an alien. He's an invincible alien. To put that in a serious, realistic movie is already absurd enough. Now listen, I understand that you're going for the Dark Knight feel because that's what Christopher Nolan did with the trilogy, and you want to kind of copy that and carry that through. That's fine. But to say no jokes, period, that's taking it too far. I have a feeling that, like, whoever said this was like, listen, guys, we're like 20 movies behind from Marvel. They've already planned their movies out until, like, 2100 when I'm in a fucking wheelchair at some random retirement home. So we have to step up. We gotta be serious. No jokes. No fucking jokes. And so basically, they're just all serious all the time. That's fine for the movie's sake. But, like, I hope it's not, like, on set. Like, you have to, like, ease up the tension. Like, I understand, like, if it's a really serious movie and you're like a Daniel Day fucking Lewis and you're in Abraham Lincoln attire and makeup and he doesn't want anyone to talk to him, that's fine. You're a comic book movie. You're supposed to have fun. Like, I understand, like I said, if you want to stay more serious than Marvel and, like, not have as much humor, that's fine. You gotta have a little humor. I don't care if you're a hardcore drama about a rapist. Unfortunately, you gotta have some humor in there to break up the tension every once in a while. You can't just have an audience member on edge the entire 2 hours and not have them release themselves with in their pants. Release themselves from, like, a comic relief or just anything. So I'm hoping that, like, they have some comic relief in the movie. You don't have to have, like, jokes, but, like, comic relief. But, like, I don't know how to take this sign. Basically, Warner Bros. Just chill the fuck out. You're going to make a shit ton of money. Like, your next one is Batman versus Superman. Okay? You're going to make money. So let's ease up the britches, unloose the belt, let your gut hang over, and just relax a little bit. Okay? Don't be so tense. Why so serious? Okay? Just calm down. Yes, Marvel's ahead, but if you take your time, you will develop a fan base, trust me. Listen, as much as people bitched about Man of Steel, which I'm not going to get into, I really liked it. A lot. There's a lot of people that liked it. A lot. There's a lot of people that love it. I actually kind of love it myself. There's a lot of aspects that I love about it. So all you have to do for Batman v Superman is make a good movie. That's it. Just make a good movie, you're good to go. But just relax a little bit, you know? Just go out for a drink every now and then or something. Jesus. So, no jokes. That's nice. So that's my thoughts on that. The next piece of news is, I'm going to keep this short and simple because I think this is a brilliant idea, is that when Comic-Con was rolling around, the rumor was that Joaquin Phoenix was going to play Doctor Strange. And Marvel didn't release any casting announcements or anything, so nothing was really said about Doctor Strange at Comic-Con. Well, now, Joaquin Phoenix is, in serious, negotiations to be Doctor Strange. Now, he was in talks to be Doctor Strange during Comic-Con, but I was like, there's no way. Joaquin Phoenix is a fantastic actor. I love the dude, but I just don't see him signing, a 6-picture deal. I just don't, because he doesn't roll that way. He does a bunch of independent films, and I can't see him doing, a major motion picture character for 6 movies. I can't. But apparently, they're really trying to reel him in. Joaquin is their number one choice, and they're working as hard as they can, and by they I mean Marvel, to get Joaquin on their side and sign that 6-picture deal. Do I think he'll do it? I don't know. It's tough. Anyone can be persuaded with money. Joaquin Phoenix is a fantastic actor. If you guys haven't seen The Master, what are you doing with your life? And listen, I've seen most of his movies. And hell, I even I'm Still Here. Still There. Shit, which one was it? The one where he said he was going to become a rapper. You do realize that he faked all that. He fooled you all. I was sitting there watching the movie going, dude, this guy's fucking brilliant. Holy shit, he's brilliant. So, he's a great actor. And if you guys have not seen The Master, he takes his acting to a whole nother level. So he's one of those Class A actors to where I'll see him in anything. As far as a Marvel comic book movie character, oh hell yeah. Dude, if he was Doctor Strange, you know how fucking awesome that would be? He could totally pull it off. Joaquin Phoenix can play the strange and the crazy, and that's what Doctor Strange is. And the fact that he's a good actor, yeah, go for it. I don't really like to speculate on who actors play in certain characters. Get a good actor in the role. I don't care as long as he can pull it off. If people were bitching about Heath Ledger as the Joker, and then now look, now he's one of the most iconic movie characters ever portrayed. So that's why I don't care who they get. But when a name like Joaquin Phoenix is thrown around, yeah, man, I'll fucking buy that. So Joaquin, if you ever listen to this, if someone ever ties you down and they force you to listen to a shitty podcast and you pick mine, if you're listening to this, please be Doctor Strange because you would kick ass at it. Now listen, I know a 6-picture deal is tough. It's tough for anyone. But you can do this. I believe in you. I believe in the Phoenix. So that is my thoughts on that. So if you guys have any thoughts on the trailers or news that I just dropped on you guys, feel free to comment in that place where I upload my voice and let me know, because I would like to know you guys' thoughts. So let's get into the movie review of As Above, So Below, and then I'll go into found footage movies and what I think the industry is going to go with this, because there's a lot of people that are tired of them. Trust me. But As Above, So Below was different. It was different in the fact that they took the found footage style and they made it unique. They made it seem fresh, which is something that's hard to do, considering that found footage is basically the same thing. Someone holding a camera very amateurly, shaking it around, like, if there's action over here, if there's something that's scary over here, you gotta shake it, you gotta make it look realistic, I know. But As Above, So Below made it different in the fact that, there was a guy that was following them around with the camera. But once they got into the catacombs, they each had a camera on their helmet to switch to a first-person view. Now, like when someone was going down a hallway or turning a corner, it would cut to that view, and it was frightening. Because you're sitting there as an audience member going, oh man, what's over there? Like, I don't know what's over there. Like, it could literally pop out of the rock and, like, scare the shit out of me. So, it used found footage to a point where, like, it felt fresh. And I was totally on board for that. But As Above, So Below, not only did I think it make the found footage style seem fresh, but I liked the story to it. I liked the whole mythology behind it and the ideology and just everything behind the story. I really dug. I thought the cinematography was cool. I thought the special effects were very good for that budget that it had. The one thing I didn't really like is the acting and the dialogue that was delivered. The acting is terrible. I'm not gonna sit here and praise it, but I really enjoyed it for the story and just it made you think. And that's all I'm gonna say about this movie is that this is one of those found footage movies I actually enjoyed a lot, and it makes you think about different theories afterwards, and it's like a fun conversation for your friends and stuff. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. If you guys want to go or see a more in-depth review of As Above, So Below for me, it is on my YouTube page at youtube.com/Shabootnik75, capital S HABOOTNIK 75. Okay, so that's a found footage movie. I gotta tell you, when Paranormal Activity, the first one, came out in 2009, found footage movies fucking just exploded like diarrhea from a producer's pants, and they just landed all over our face. There's some of them that are good, and there's some of them are just doing that for the sake of doing that, and it doesn't really make any sense. I remember when Blair Witch came out in 1999. Yeah, 1999, folks. That's a long time. Friggin' 15 years, dear Lord. So when Blair Witch came out, that was new, that was fresh. Doing it in like that found footage style, and it worked. And then we didn't see anything for 10 years. Now, I'm sure there was found footage movies somewhere sprinkled throughout the 2000s, like diarrhea sprinklets all over the industry. But it wasn't until Paranormal Activity really was like a resurgence almost in found footage in 2009. And I actually like the first Paranormal Activity. I really do. And there's just been a slew of garbage after Paranormal Activity, like the one that came out this year, Devil's Due. Didn't see it. Looks like shit. Was the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre the one from last year? Was that found footage? I don't think it was. But you know why I can't? Honestly, I don't know any bad found footage movies because one, I rarely ever watch them, and two, I don't remember any of the titles because they were that bad. You know what I do remember? The good ones and the ones that stuck out. Chronicle, great found footage movie. It took found footage style and spun it on its head and twisted the genre by adding superheroes in there. I thought that was clever. Paranormal Activity, the first one, really liked it because it was kind of like a resurgence in the whole genre. Blair Witch Project, I still love that movie to this day. A lot of people think it's boring. I think it's creepy. It's a very creepy movie, very guerrilla style, and it worked, and I really liked it. As Above, So Below, the one that came out this past Friday, loved it. What else? The Last Exorcism, I really like that one. Like I said, found footage movies, they can seem fresh, but you have to spin it differently. Because if you just keep doing the same bullshit over and over again, a lot of the exorcism movies have the found footage style. The Last Exorcism to me is the best one so far in terms of like executing that style properly and not making it seem like it's overused or anything. I'm trying to think. Oh, this was a bad one. You guys remember Apollo 18? Like I don't remember the number, but I think it's Apollo 18. That one was poop. Oh, sorry, I just hiccuped there. It was garbage. That movie was so bad. And that was found footage. And, that was set in space, so they tried something different. It just didn't work for me. But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, I just gave you examples like, As Above, So Below, they're in the catacombs. Paranormal Activity, they're in a house. Apollo 18, they're in space. Cloverfield. Good found footage movie. I just went off track. Cloverfield, great found footage movie. And that brought in monsters. And Last Exorcism brought in exorcism. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can do found footage movies, just spin it differently, like something we've never seen before. That's all I ask from you. And, see, I'm trying to think of, like, more good ones. I really can't think of any. Like, the ones I've, like, mentioned, those are some of my favorites. But as far as bad ones, I honestly can't think of any because I don't watch the bad ones, and if I do, they're so bad that they're very forgettable. So, found footage movies have definitely boomed since the first Paranormal Activity in 2009. And so when they come out now, in 2014, 5 years later, I am very cautious. Like, I was not looking forward to As Above, So Below. I was like, oh man, another found footage movie. It is in the catacombs, so it is kind of cool. I wasn't looking forward to it. But the story really reeled me in terms of interest. And like I was like, found footage, I couldn't tell because I love the story. So, I don't know. It's been 5 years. And there's been a lot of found footage garbage coming out. And so, unfortunately, they're going to keep doing it because it's cheap. These movies are extremely cheap. And they make a shit ton of money. So, of course producers are going to keep making these. And you know when they're going to stop? Is when we stop seeing the movies. We're the ones telling them that we want more. So when there's a movie that comes out that is found footage and it tanks on a low budget, well, first of all, I'm going to laugh because that's just fucking funny. But when they come out like and it underperforms, yeah, producers will step back and go, well, that was a misfire. Let's try it again. And we'll try something again. And what if that misfires? Then they would actually step back and go, maybe we should stop for a while. Then they would bring it back. Maybe after like a year or two or so, they would bring it back. It underperforms again. Then by the third time, I would say the producer would step back and go, this is when we need to fucking stop shoving this down people's throats. Then they would actually stop for a long while before they brought it up again. So that's where I see like found footage movies heading is like they're going to keep doing them. And I will watch most of them if the premise looks interesting and it's a different spin. If you do the same horror bullshit, it's not going to look good and you're going to get a low fucking rating. Critics are going to hate it. People are going to hate it. And the only people who are going to see it are, hormone crazed teenagers that want to have sex in the back of the theater and they even watch it. So, found footage movies, they're good in spurts and only if it takes a different spin on the style. That's it. They can have some good ones. Cloverfield, Blair Witch, The Last Exorcism, the first Paranormal Activity. Like I like those. But then there's some garbage, and for the most part, they are garbage. So, Hollywood producer, if you're ever tied down in some James Bond-looking evil tomb somewhere, and someone's like forcing you to watch it and listen to a shitty podcast, and you pick mine, just make them interesting. But like, can you actually just try to make the story intriguing and something that's fresh and something that just it looks different than the one that was released 2 fucking weeks ago? That's all I ask. So found footage movies, you can stay. Just please make it different on every single one that comes out. That's all. That's all. So that's my thought on found footage movies. As above, so below. If you guys saw As Above, So Below, comment that place below my voice and let me know. And if you guys have any thoughts on found footage movies and what you think about them, if you like them, if you dislike them, comment away. So we're down to the nitty-gritty last final straw bits of the podcast. I don't know what that means. But we're doing the top 5 box office results for the Labor Day weekend, which is very interesting because, I'm recording this on Monday, so the numbers of the Labor Day came in, Labor Day weekend, but I'm only going to give you, like, the weekend, like just a typical weekend, so I'm not counting today. Alright, so 3 movies opened up this weekend. Cantinflas? I don't know Spanish, and I look very ignorant trying to pronounce that. Spanish movie comes out, The November Man with Pierce Brosnan, and As Above, So Below. And I can tell you that only one of them made it into the top 5. Yeah, it's going to be one of those lists. November Man came in at number 6. Too bad for that. The Spanish movie came in at number 12. That's interesting. So that means As Above, So Below is in there somewhere. So let's start. Number 5 is Let's Be Cops with 8.2 million. And domestic total of 59. Good job. Worldwide, it's got 69 on a budget of 17. Double that, 34. It made some serious profit. And listen, I interviewed the stars. And I brought up the question, if you were to make a sequel, Let's Be Firefighters or Let's Be Doctors, what would you do? Listen, 20th Century Fox, if you're listening to us or you saw that interview, please make a sequel. Because I love the chemistry between Damon Wayans Jr., Jake Johnson, and Rob Riggle. Please make a sequel. You made profit on this one. So number 4 is As Above, So Below with 8.6 million. Its budget is not listed. And worldwide, it's made 12 million for the weekend. But I can tell you this right now, that 12 million is way surpassed its budget. Its budget was probably a Snickers bar, a dirty shoelace, and maybe an aluminum can. I don't know. They're so fucking low, like 8 million. Just here in the U.S. is fantastic. So they probably made its money back. Number 3 is If I Stay with 9.3 million. Domestic, it's got 32 so far. Worldwide, it's got 36. Budget was 11 million. Double that, 22. So it actually made profit. Last weekend, it was definitely in the red, so I didn't even think it would make profit. But good job, I guess. I didn't read the book. My girlfriend wants to see it, so I'll probably see it at some point. I'm surprised it made its money back because it definitely was not looking good last week. Number 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with 11.9 million. Domestic, it's got 166. Worldwide, it's at 278, and its production budget is 125. Double that, 250. It's actually made profit, and they announced a sequel. So hey, I enjoyed it. It was fun. So make it. Number 1, Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. Every Sunday that I do this podcast, it's been number 1. Like this whole fucking month, basically. It has been number 1 except for the weekend that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. Have you guys realized that? The whole month of August, it has been number 1, I think, like for 3 weeks, right? And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was number 1. Yeah, I think so. Either way, Guardians is number 1 again with 17 million. Now, when the numbers from last week, Guardians was at number 1. So, like, if something comes out at number 1, number 2, 3, or 4, whatever, if it drops a position, or it stays the same position, it just drops like money, it'll have a percentage of change next to the weekend gross on Box Office Mojo. Guardians of the Galaxy only dropped 0.7%, so it basically made the same amount of money last weekend and this weekend. It's insane. Its domestic haul so far, $280 million. Worldwide, $550 53. Kevin Feige. Good job. Jesus. Holy crap, man. Like, I never would have thought I'd make this much. His budget's 170. Double that 340. I'm just flabbergasted. I don't even know what to say because it's just so impressive. It's like you were at a talent show and like you did the talent and you're just like, oh cool, this is what I did, and then Marvel comes out and does it 10,000 times better, and you're just looking at them going, well shit, I just got my ass kicked. So once again, Guardians, congratulations. Keep making money. You are awesome. You are a very fun movie. And I'm happy to report that Guardians of the Galaxy is the #1 movie domestically this year, beating out Captain America 2, X-Men Days of Future Past, Transformers 4. Guys, this was an unknown property. It comes out the gate swinging and completely just gets a home run. Wow. Wow. Okay. So that's it, guys, for the box office results for the weekend. Next week, I don't think much is coming out, so good luck on me trying to find a subject. But that will do it for this week's episode, guys. If you guys want to follow me on Spreaker here, just click that follow button. If you want to find me on iHeartRadio, I'm also on there too. If you guys want to follow my Twitter to keep up to dates on the live shows and when I post these bad boys, it's at Real Chase Lee, REEL Chase Lee, CHASELEE, all one word. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Shabootnik75, capital S, lowercase HABOOTNIK75. You'll find all my reviews on there, as well as these podcasts. You'll find short films that I've done, web series, parodies, movie dubs. I got it all, guys. There's a bunch of shit on there to keep you occupied for at least an hour before you get bored of me. If you guys want to like my Facebook page to get up to dates on live podcasts and when I post these things, it is facebook.com/Real Reviews with Chase Lee, all one word. And I think that's it. Is that all the social media? All right, guys. Well, you know the drill. I appreciate you guys listening to this episode. I appreciate you guys every week. I fucking love you guys to death, and you guys keep me going. Next week, I don't know what's coming out, to be honest. But you guys know the drill. I always pick a subject, and I will talk about it, and we'll regard a movie that's coming out or has come out that weekend, or I'll be talking about the movie that I saw over the weekend. I always pick something, guys. I will see you guys next Sunday. I had to do this on Monday because I was out of town, but I'm back in town. That's what I'm doing on Monday. But next week will be on Sunday as scheduled, and that will do it. So I'm Chase Lee, and you've been listening to Reel Me In, a movie podcast. You guys have a great night, day, middle of the day, middle of the morning, 4 a.m., in the back of a Denny's parking lot at 6 a.m., in the sewer for whatever. I don't know. I don't even know how you would listen to it in a sewer. Okay, I'll see you guys later.